Hi everyone, this is Joe Gleason. I'm standing outside the Concord Theatre in New Hampshire, Concord, New Hampshire, state capital. We're about to go inside and check it out. I'm not going to show my face because you guys really want to see what's inside here. Oh, look at that. You can see me in the ticket booth. Hi everyone. Okay, so that is the old ticket booth. We've had a crew in here the past couple of days and have started cleaning out the place. You can see the lobby entrance where I'm standing right now is fairly clean, a little dilapidated, but clean. We've got some salvaged items here that we found in the upstairs and throughout the place. We'll be doing something with those. I'm not quite sure what. Anyway, it's a pretty good look at the place. What's going to happen in this space is, let me come back down to the front so you'll get an idea. All right, and this is totally unscripted, so if I mess anything up, don't hold me to it. But when you come in the front doors, behind this wall there will be a box office which will face the street. It's going to be pretty small, but we'll have a person out there that can sell tickets right to you as you walk by. There will be an office behind this wall, and then we'll put up a new set of inner doors for a vestibule right around this area. So it's about a 12-foot vestibule. And then you'll be coming into the main lobby area. And behind this wall, which will be coming out, will be the rest of the box office and administrative office areas, followed by a brand new women's room and a brand new men's room. Nope, we will not be reusing any of the existing fixtures. This electric panel gets to go away. It's pretty special. Fuses and switches. And a few things have been taken off the walls. The lighting sconces, we salvaged those. They're going to be put back up. And in the ceiling there were a couple of really interesting Art Deco fixtures there as well. Now we come into the second part of the lobby. And behind this door is going to be a brand new kitchen concession area. So this will be where you can order and pick up items that we have for sale there. Over in this direction, directly across from that, will be a new side entrance, which will have a stairwell to the second floor, and we'll also have an elevator that will get you into the building. So that's going to be kind of fun. All right. The rest of this wall here comes out, and we will have two entry doors, one there and one over there. This wall comes out, remember. And you will come into this space, which is the current audience chamber, and you will notice that we've started taking the seats apart and have stacked them so that we can get rid of them. And more about that to come. Check our Facebook page. We're going to make some announcements about how you may be able to obtain some of these seats for your own use. Anyway, the ceiling is in rough shape and will be coming down. We'll be putting a brand new roof on this building and adding new structural support to hang brand new lighting equipment on for all the events that we plan on doing in here. The really exciting part, though, is, let me turn around, and we can see the old projection booth up there. So that's to the second floor, which will no longer house a projection booth or an apartment or a manager's office. It's going to be completely opened up and will become a second floor lounge with a bar. And you can hear the noise in the background. The guys are still working here, taking seats apart. They're doing a fantastic job. It's unpleasant work, but they're doing wonders with it. We will be putting a balcony in, as I just said. So when you come into the space, let me back myself up. And sorry for the shaky video, folks. I'm not a professional videographer. Where's John Grafrere from a company when you need him? Okay. Anyway, when you walk through these entry doors from the lobby, you'll be facing the back of the storage unit for the orchestra level, the main floor seating system. and you'll enter down the sides, both to the left and to the right. I can't get through that way because there's a lot of things in the way, but you'll be coming down the side wall to access the main floor and the main floor seating. So the main floor seating is actually kind of cool. We will not have this sloped floor that is on a downward slope towards the stage. It's actually going to be flattened out, removed, and then a new concrete floor will be poured, which will be at sidewalk level. Let me turn around. From the street to the front of the stage will be one continuous surface, perfectly flat. Now the main floor seating, instead of these old theater seats, which admittedly are cool, but would require quite a bit of expense to rehabilitate them, we're putting in a brand new system, and it's stadium-style seating with a center aisle. And the really cool part about it is it's retractable. So it's a telescoping seating system. And when it's out, we'll have 285 seats, I think, in the building. About 80 of those are up in the balcony. The rest of them will be downstairs. And when we don't need seats, because we want to do dance parties or event functions, dinners or weddings, we'll have a nice flat floor with no seats obstructing it. Now the stage bears some discussion as well. This was a movie theater and did not do live production, so the backstage area, well, there is none. And since we're going to be a live performance venue, doing concerts and theater productions, we do need to provide for the performers having a dressing room, a green room, a space to hang out in, and restrooms back here. So what is currently the stage will be turned into dressing room space and a green room space with a small kitchenette. This will be the new back wall of the new stage, which will come out from the front. Looking at my hand here. So the new back wall is at the front of the stage, and we're going to be coming out 15 feet, which should be to about here. So if I'm looking at the side door, I can see I'm going to take up about 15 feet of space and pretend I'm standing on stage, and now I'm looking towards the back of the house. So that's what we're looking at, and I'm going to get out of the way of the crew so I don't get run over. And let's take a tour upstairs. Thanks for the comments, folks. All right, now the upstairs stairwell is a little bit dark and creepy, but this won't be here anymore once we renovate the place. And you're probably wondering when that's going to happen. Well, as you can see from the work downstairs, we are getting close. And here's the lovely code-compliant side railing, which is an old towel bar from a bathroom. Okay, so we're going to start back here into this dark hole, which should lighten up. This is the projection booth, and there's nothing left in it. Everything that was up here that was worth salvaging, the crew that was downstairs has been working all week to salvage the equipment, and we hope to make some use of that in some historical displays. This was an office area, manager's office, I believe, and most of it has been cleaned out. Gotta love the lovely windows here, which look out and provide a lot of light into this second floor space. There's also an old tin ceiling, which is in pretty rough shape, so we're not going to be able to save that, although we will probably save some of these panels that are in better shape. The interesting thing about up here, we will have access through that wall to the new balcony, which will be just on the other side of it. When that happens, you'll be able to get up to the second floor directly from the main floor of seating. You'll walk up the center aisle and come through the doors, and you'll be into this second floor space, which is very hard to get a sense of how big it is because of all these partition walls that are in the way. The great news for us is that every single one of these walls on the second floor, except for the outside ones, can come down. They are not needed for support. The roof structure will span without any columns or sidewalls. So that's fantastic news, because that means that this space from that wall, where you can see the window, directly across to that wall, where you see more windows, will be totally open. We're going to put a bar, lounge area up here, and we're going to gain another performance space. I'm going to walk forward, going through these partition walls. And at the very front of the building, where you can see the boarded up windows, this is what, if you were standing out on Main Street, you'd be looking up at these. The marquee will be out there, providing some interesting perspective for the folks down on the street. And up in this corner, I know I'm getting kind of tired of talking, but up in this corner we're going to do a small cabaret stage. So after the main show is done in the theater, we will be able to carry on and do after-show entertainment as well. A great place to hang out. Even after a main stage show down at the Capitol Center, you'll be able to come down the street and enjoy the space up here as well. Talking about programming a little bit, we do see the main theater up here, which will be about 300 seats total, or 285. We will have some standing room capability if we don't use the seats in the orchestra. That should raise our capacity to 400 to 450. And I'll take a break from that for a second to show you what was an apartment up here and has seen better days. Remember, this building has been closed since 1994 and hasn't really been in service since that time, with the exception of one small storefront downstairs. So anyway, all of that comes out. The programming, and I'm just going to wander around up here. If you see something interesting, I'll try to look at your comments and answer any questions verbally. There is an old piano, and it has a dot on it, meaning it is going to be saved. I'm not sure what we're going to do with it, but and I'm not even sure how we're going to get it out of here, but so be it. Oh, let me turn around. Here's a stairwell that takes you down to Main Street, and it was the primary access to the second floor. So since we're putting up the new stairwell and an elevator to gain access to here, this stairwell will also go away. That will become that, actually where the door is down there, that will be the box office window facing the street. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, tin ceiling rusted, very funny, Cherie. And yes, indie bands. So there are a ton of small indie folk, indie rock, indie, basically all kinds of genres. But those types of acts, we have a difficult time bringing to the main theater at the Capitol Center for the Arts. We're just too large for them. With 1,300 seats, it tends to be national artists, with big numbers that can draw in a crowd of 1,000 or more. Indie rock bands and folk bands and the like, this will be perfectly sized for them. A couple of hundred folks, a nice, small, intimate venue. It's going to be rocking. It's going to be great. Here was another office in the upstairs. All right. Pretty cool. All right. So you guys have gotten an inside virtual tour of what we hope will become a new, exciting, year-round, intimate concert venue and event function hall in Concord, New Hampshire. So let me speak to the timeline on this project. Demolition of the remaining. Okay, sorry about that. I guess my phone got a message and it paused the video. Anyway, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, man. All right, maybe I should just end it here. No. I'll just keep talking as I wander down the stairwell with the hole in the floor that, since I'm not wearing high heels, should not pose a problem for me. I know. That's a fun time. Okay, back to the timeline. I've remembered what I was talking about. The main demolition of all the remaining partition walls that need to come out and rubble that needs to be cleared from the building will be happening, if everything goes to plan, starting in July of this year, just a little over a month away. So we're looking forward to that and getting that done. And from that point, it should take about 10 months to rehabilitate the building. As you can imagine, it's going to take quite a bit of work. The electrical systems in here are completely need to be completely replaced. The plumbing systems in here also need to be completely replaced. The heating system, which was an old steam system, and Concord Steam no longer exists, so that needs to be completely replaced. And of course, because we're in a modern era here, we will have air conditioning as well. So all of that's going to happen. It'll take about 10 months to build everything back up, and then hopefully by April or May of 2019, we will be reopened. Now, I do want to talk a little bit about funding a project like this. So the project in total, acquiring the building, paying all the permit fees and the design, architect review, everything, and the fit out of all the equipment that's needed to operate a theater, this whole project is, and don't quote me on the final number because things change in construction, but we're approximately a $5.5 million project. And the Capital Center for the Arts effectively is paying for the whole thing through a combination of sources. Donations from the developer, Steve Dupree, who's providing invaluable assistance, first off in acquiring the building, and secondly in guiding us through this whole development process, where he and his companies have much more expertise than we do. And we've also applied and are going for New Markets tax credits, which is a program that will contribute a net of approximately $1.4 million to the project. So that's money we didn't have to raise individually from donors, like hopefully some of you listening. And from there, it's more donations. We've received some grants from foundations. There's some large corporate support coming. There are naming opportunities for various things in the building and for the building itself. You'll be hearing more about that as we get closer to announcing some of the larger gifts that we've already received. But we still have a ways to go to raise the rest of the money in order to be debt-free at the end of this renovation. So anything you can contribute would help. No amount is too small. I would ask that if you are thinking about contributing to the theater and have the means to do so to make a larger gift, that you just reach out to us either through Facebook or email or anything, and we'll get you in touch with our development department, and they can go through some of the finer points of larger gifts. And it is going to take a lot of effort to raise the remaining dollars, and we still do need large gifts, but we also need small gifts. So anything will help, and appreciate your support. Thanks for participating in New Hampshire Gives. which started yesterday and continues through, I believe, 6 p.m. tonight. And I do want to also mention that we have a matching anonymous gift, so that anything that you give through the New Hampshire Gives portal for our project and or that you give to us directly by walking into the office and plunking down a check will be matched 1 for 1. I don't know where we're at with that, but I believe that match is still active. So it effectively doubles your contribution. So if you're contributing $100, it gets us an extra $100 from that anonymous match. And that's certainly a great way to extend at this time any gift that can be made. So appreciate it. And if you want to know more, actually, you're going to see the poster from the reverse side because I'm inside the building. But the South Stage this year at Market Days Festival is being programmed by a combination of the Capitol Center for the Arts and the Guile concert series. So we've got lots of events on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, which are June 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Here's the photo from the front so that you don't have to reverse it. And we'd love to see you there. Stay tuned. Any CCA members, we may have something special coming up for you. And we'll let you know more about that in the next week. And I'm signing off now. Thanks a lot for tuning in, if you've tuned in. And please share this if you'd like other people to know about the project, and listen to me drone on for what it has amounted to about